Maya's phone lit up at midnight with a message that would destroy everything. Her ex, Marcus, wasn't just back in Seoul demanding custody of Lily, he brought backup. Her estranged father, the man who disowned her 5 years ago, was standing at Jae's penthouse door. And they had a lawyer. Maya, a pregnant American teacher in Seoul, grabbed a stranger, who turned out to be a Korean mafia boss named Jae, and begged him to take her to the hospital. He delivered her baby, fell in love with her, and proposed. They just survived an attack from a rival gang. Now, her ex and her toxic father are trying to take her daughter. Let's go. For those who've been here since part 1 and 2, you knew this was coming. The comments on part 2 were insane. You called it. Marcus wasn't done. Okay, pause. Before we get into what happens next, I need to tell you something. My mum said this video can't reach 1K views. She doesn't think it's possible. But then she also said if it does somehow get 1K views, this video can turn my channel to 1K subscribers. So I'm about to prove her wrong on the first part and right on the second part. If you're loving this story, hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a like. And comment below, Team Jae or Team Marcus. Let's show my mum what this community can do. Because what happens next is going to make you pick a side. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, this is about to get wild. But don't worry, I'll catch you up real quick before we dive into the chaos. Check the description for the link. After Jae left, Maya tried to distract herself. She played with Lily, drank more coffee than was probably healthy, and attempted to focus on anything other than the fact that Jae was meeting with people who'd threatened to kill her baby. Mrs. Kang found her in the nursery, rocking Lily to sleep for her morning nap. You're worried, the older woman observed, settling into the other chair. Is it that obvious? You've checked your phone 14 times in the last 10 minutes. Mrs. Kang smiled gently. He'll be fine, dear. This is routine for him. Routine. Right. Because meeting with people who want to kill you is totally normal. In our world it is. Mrs. Kang was quiet for a moment. Maya, I need to tell you something. About Jae, about this life you're agreeing to. Maya's stomach clenched. That sounds ominous. Not ominous. Just honest. Mrs. Kang folded her hands in her lap. My son is a good man. But he's also ruthless when it comes to protecting what's his. You saw that last night with the fire. That's who he is. Who he has to be to survive in this world. I know that. Do you? Because saying you know and actually living with it are very different things. Mrs. Kang's gaze was piercing. There will be nights he comes home late, covered in blood that isn't his. There will be decisions he makes that you don't agree with. There will be moments when you question whether you made the right choice. Are you trying to scare me away? I'm trying to prepare you. Mrs. Kang reached over and squeezed her hand. Because I like you, Maya. I think you're perfect for my son. But I also know this life isn't easy. My husband used to say that loving someone in our world means being brave enough to let them be who they need to be, even when it terrifies you. Maya looked down at Lily, sleeping peacefully in her arms. What if I can't do that? What if I'm not brave enough? Then you wouldn't have said yes. Mrs. Kang's smile was warm. You're braver than you think, dear. You moved across the world alone and pregnant. You built a life in a foreign country with no family, no support system. You grabbed a stranger and demanded he help you while in labor. She laughed softly. If that's not bravery, I don't know what is. That was desperation. Sometimes they're the same thing. Mrs. Kang stood. Now, I'm going to teach you how to make proper kimchi. My son loves it, and if you're going to be his wife, you need to know his favorite foods. I'm a terrible cook. Then this will be entertaining for both of us. They were in the kitchen, Maya attempting to follow Mrs. Kang's rapid-fire instructions about salting cabbage, when her phone rang. Unknown number. Her blood turned to ice. Hello. Maya Choi. A woman's voice, professional, cold. Or should I say, Maya Kang? Who is this? Someone who has information you need. About your fiancé's meeting with the Choi family. A pause. It's not going as planned. Maya's heart stopped. What do you mean? I mean the Choi family didn't come to negotiate. They came to make a statement. And your boyfriend just walked into a trap. The line went dead. Maya's hands were shaking so badly she almost dropped the phone. Mrs. Kang. But the older woman was already moving, her own phone out, speaking rapid Korean to someone. Her expression was tight, worried, and that scared Maya more than anything. What's happening? Maya demanded. Is Jay okay? Mrs. Kang held up one finger, still on the phone. Finally, she hung up and turned to Maya. Her face was carefully composed, but Maya could see the fear underneath. There was an ambush. The Choi family brought more men than agreed upon. Weapons. They're trying to. She stopped, took a breath. Jay is handling it. But we need to move. Now. Move where? Somewhere safer. If they're bold enough to attack Jay during a negotiation, they might come for you next. Mrs. Kang was already gathering things, moving with the efficiency of someone who'd done this before. Get Lily. Pack essentials only. We have 5 minutes. Maya's training as a mother kicked in. She grabbed the diaper bag, stuffed it with supplies, scooped up Lily from her crib. The baby woke and started crying, sensing her mother's panic. It's okay, baby, Maya whispered, her voice shaking. It's okay. We're okay. But they might not be. Jay might not be. No. She couldn't think like that. They were in the elevator, surrounded by guards, when Maya's phone buzzed. A text from Jay. I'm okay. Stay with my mother. I love you. Relief crashed through her so intensely she had to lean against the wall. Then another text, from an unknown number. A photo. Maya opened it and felt the world tilt. It was a man. Late 20s, Western, handsome in a generic way. Standing outside the penthouse building they'd just left. She recognized him immediately. Marcus. Lily's biological father. The man who'd abandoned her when she told him she was pregnant. The man who'd made it clear he wanted nothing to do with either of them. The caption below the photo, looking for my daughter. Think your mobster boyfriend will let me see her? Mrs. Kang, Maya's voice came out strangled. We have a problem. Mrs. Kang looked at the photo, and her expression hardened. Who is this? Lily's biological father. Marcus Chun. He's American, taught English at the same school I did. He left when I told him I was pregnant. Said he wasn't ready for a kid, that it was my problem, not his. Maya's hands were shaking. I haven't heard from him in 9 months. Why is he here? Why now? Because you're about to marry a very wealthy, very powerful man. Mrs. Kang's voice was grim. He's here for money. Or custody. Or both. He can't. He gave up his rights when he left. In Korea, it's more complicated than that. Especially since you're not married yet, and he's the biological father. Mrs. Kang was already texting someone. We need to get you and Lily somewhere he can't find you. And we need to tell Jay. Jay has enough to deal with right now. This affects his family. He needs to know. Mrs. Kang looked up from her phone. Maya, in our world, information is everything. Keeping secrets, even to protect someone, can get people killed. Another text from Marcus. I've been trying to find you for weeks. Did you really think you could hide from me? I have rights to my daughter. And I'm not leaving Korea until I see her. Maya felt sick. This couldn't be happening. Not now. Not when everything with Jay was finally working out. What do I do? She whispered. You tell Jay. You let him handle this. Mrs. Kang's hand was firm on her shoulder. That's what family does. We protect each other. Maya called Jay 3 times before he answered. She could hear chaos in the background. Shouting, movement, what sounded like sirens. Maya, I can't talk right now. Marcus is here. In Seoul. He's looking for Lily. Silence. The background noise faded, like he'd moved somewhere quieter. Marcus. Your ex. His voice was carefully controlled, which meant he was furious. The one who abandoned you. Yes. He's texting me, threatening to sue for custody. Jae, I don't know what to do. Where are you right now? In the car with your mother. I don't know where we're going. She said we needed to move. Good. Stay with her. Don't respond to his messages. Don't engage. A pause. Maya, I need to ask you something, and I need you to be honest. Do you have any feelings for him? Any part of you that wants him back in your life? What? No. Jae, he abandoned us. He made it clear he wanted nothing to do with Lily. I haven't thought about him in months. She could hear him exhale. Okay. Then this is simple. I'll handle it. How? You don't want to know. His voice was cold. But Maya, I promise you, he won't be a problem after today. Jae, you can't hurt him. I'm not going to hurt him. I'm just going to have a conversation. A pause. A very persuasive conversation. That sounds like you're going to hurt him. I'm going to make him understand that you and Lily are mine now. That he gave up his rights when he left. And that if he ever contacts you again, he'll regret it. His voice softened slightly. Trust me. Maya looked at Lily, sleeping in her car seat, completely unaware of the chaos surrounding her. Yes. I trust you. Good. I'll call you in an hour. Stay safe. I love you. I love you too. She hung up and met Mrs. Kong's knowing gaze in the rearview mirror. He's going to handle it, Maya said. Of course he is. That's what my son does. Mrs. Kong smiled. He protects what's his. Maya didn't hear from Jae for 2 hours. 2 hours of pacing whatever safe house Mrs. Kong had taken them to. 2 hours of jumping every time her phone buzzed. 2 hours of imagining the worst. When he finally called, his voice was calm. Too calm. It's handled. What does that mean? It means Marcus Chen is currently on a flight back to the United States. It means he signed a legal document relinquishing all parental rights to Lily. It means he won't be contacting you again. Maya's throat was tight. What did you do? I had a conversation. Showed him some facts about his life that he probably thought were private. Explained that if he ever came near you or Lily again, those facts would become very public. He was surprisingly reasonable after that. Jae. He's fine, Maya. Unharmed. Just significantly poorer and significantly more motivated to stay in America. A pause. I also may have mentioned that if he ever changes his mind, there are people in every major American city who owe me favors. People who would be happy to have another conversation with him. A less pleasant one. Despite everything, Maya felt relief wash through her. Thank you. You don't need to thank me for protecting my family. His voice was warm now, the cold edge gone. That's my job. My privilege. How did the meeting with the Choi family go? Also handled. They've agreed to back off completely. Formal apology. Financial compensation for damages. And a promise to never target anyone connected to the Kong family again. He sounded satisfied. It's over, Maya. All of it. We're safe. Just like that. Just like that. She could hear the smile in his voice. Turns out burning down their headquarters made quite an impression. Who knew? You're impossible. You love me anyway. I really do. She looked at Lily, still sleeping peacefully. When can we go home? My mother will bring you back to the penthouse in an hour. I'll meet you there. And Maya. His voice dropped lower, more intimate. Pack a bag. We're going away for the weekend. Just you, me, and Lily. Somewhere quiet where we can celebrate being alive and together and engaged. That sounds perfect. It will be. I promise. That night, back at the penthouse, Maya finally felt like she could breathe. Jae was home, unharmed despite the ambush. Marcus was gone, permanently. The Choi family had backed down. Everything was okay. They were on the couch, Lily between them in her bouncer, a bottle of wine open on the coffee table. Normal. Almost domestic. Tell me something, Maya said, her head on Jae's shoulder. Something I don't know about you. Like what? I don't know. Your favorite movie. Your first kiss. Your most embarrassing moment. He laughed, the sound rumbling through his chest. Okay. Favorite movie is probably The Godfather. Predictable, I know. So predictable. First kiss was Kim Mina in 7th grade. Behind the school gymnasium. She punched me afterward and told me I was terrible at it. Maya laughed. Please tell me you've improved. You tell me. He kissed her, slow and deep and perfect. When he pulled back, his eyes were dark with promise. Better. Much better. And most embarrassing moment. He winced. When I was 16, I tried to impress a girl by stealing my father's car. Crashed it into a wall about 50 meters from our house. My father made me work in his office every day after school for 6 months to pay for the repairs. That's actually kind of sweet. Your father teaching you responsibility. My father was many things, but sweet wasn't one of them. Jae's voice was fond despite the words. But he was fair. And he loved us. In his own terrifying way. I wish I could have met him. He would have loved you. Would have said you were too good for me and then tried to steal you from my younger brother. I'm very good for you, Maya corrected. I'm going to make you respectable. Impossible task, but I admire your ambition. They sat in comfortable silence for a while, just being together. Lily started fussing, and Jae immediately scooped her up, cradling her against his chest. Hey, princess. What's wrong? Hungry? He looked at Maya. Bottle or... I'll feed her. Maya settled into position, and Jae handed over the baby with practiced ease. You're getting really good at this. I've had a good teacher. He watched them with an expression that made Maya's heart ache. This is what I want. Every night. For the rest of our lives. We're going to have fights. Disagreements. I'm going to hate some of your decisions. I'm counting on it. I don't want a wife who just agrees with everything I say. Where's the fun in that? You're very strange for a mobster. Executive Director of Alternative Commerce, he corrected with a grin. And I prefer to think of myself as evolved. Everything felt perfect. Safe. Right. Which should have been Maya's first warning. Maya's phone buzzed at midnight. She was half asleep, curled against Jae's side, Lily in the bassinet beside the bed. For a second, she considered ignoring it. Then she saw the notification. An email. From Marcus's email address. Her blood turned to ice. She opened it with shaking hands. Maya. I hope you're happy with yourself. I hope you feel safe with your mobster boyfriend and his threats. But you should know something. I'm not the only one looking for you. Remember Sarah? Your best friend from the language school? The one you told everything to? She's been very helpful. Very talkative. Especially when I told her about the money your boyfriend has. About the life you're living now. She thinks Lily should be with me. Her biological father. Not some criminal you met 3 weeks ago. I've contacted a lawyer here in Seoul. A good one. We're filing for emergency custody based on your unstable living situation and association with known criminals. See you in court. Marcus. Below the email was an attachment. A legal document. A petition for emergency custody, filed in Korean family court. And below that, another photo. Sarah. Her best friend. The woman who'd been there through everything. Standing next to Marcus, smiling. Maya couldn't breathe. Jae, she whispered, shaking his shoulder. Jae, wake up. He was alert immediately, years of dangerous living making him a light sleeper. What's wrong? She handed him the phone, watched his expression darken as he read. When was this filed? His voice was cold, controlled. Today. While we were celebrating. While we thought it was over. Maya felt tears streaming down her face. He's suing for custody. And Sarah, she's helping him. She knows everything about us, about Lily, about... Hey. Jae pulled her against his chest, his arms tight around her. Breathe. It's okay. We'll fight this. How? He's right. I'm living with a criminal. Raising my daughter in a world of violence and danger. Any judge will. Any judge will see a mother who loves her daughter. A stable home. A family who will protect that child with everything they have. He tilted her face up to meet his eyes. Maya, I'm not going to let him take her. I promise you. Whatever it takes. What if it's not enough? What if? Her phone buzzed again. Another message. Unknown number. But the photo made her heart stop completely. It was taken from outside the penthouse. Through the window. Of Maya and Jae on the couch earlier, with Lily between them. The caption, looks like a happy family. Would be a shame if someone proved it was all built on lies. See you in court, Maya. Let's see which one of us the judge believes. And below that, one final line that made Maya's blood run cold. P.S. Say hello to your real father for me. He's very interested to meet his granddaughter. Strange that you never mentioned him to your boyfriend. I wonder what else you're hiding. Maya's world tilted. Her father. The man she hadn't spoken to in 5 years. The man who'd disowned her when she moved to Korea. The man who'd told her she was dead to him. Marcus had found him. And brought him into this. Maya. Jae's voice was urgent. What is it? What does it say? But she couldn't speak. Couldn't think. Couldn't do anything but stare at the message and realize that everything, was about to fall apart. Maya, talk to me. Jae was gripping her shoulders now, his eyes searching her face. What aren't you telling me? My father, she whispered. I have a father. And Marcus just told him where to find me. I don't understand. I haven't spoken to him in 5 years. He disowned me when I moved to Korea. Said I was throwing my life away, that I was dead to him. Her voice was breaking. He's controlling, manipulative, and he's going to use Lily to get me back to America. And Marcus knows it. Jae's expression was unreadable. Why didn't you tell me? Because it didn't matter. He's not part of my life anymore. He's about to be. Jae's phone was already out, texting someone. If he teams up with Marcus, if they present a united front in court, they'll win. Maya felt everything crashing down. They'll take her. They'll take my daughter. No. Jae's voice was absolute. That won't happen. I won't let it happen. How? You can't burn down a courtroom, Jae. You can't threaten a judge. This isn't your world anymore. This is mine, and I don't know how to fight in it. Before he could respond, there was a knock on the door. Urgent, rapid. One of Jae's guards opened it. Standing in the hallway was a man Maya hadn't seen in 5 years. Older, grayer, but still with the same cold, judgmental expression she remembered. Her father. Hello, Maya, he said, his voice exactly as she remembered. I think it's time we had a talk about my granddaughter. And about the choices you've been making. Behind him stood Marcus. And Sarah. And a woman in a business suit who was probably their lawyer. And Maya realized that the real battle hadn't even started yet. Part 3, Jae said quietly, his hand finding hers in the darkness. We fight for our family. Together. She whispered. Always together.